Any doubts from? Now, let's go here. Let's go here and discuss loops. Loops are used to iterate a certain statements. Sir, some certain statements are there. I want them to run again and again and again and again. Same statement I wanted to run multiple times. Then I will use loop. For each is a loop. Map is a loop. Filter is a loop. Right or not? It's because they run the same statements multiple times, basically. While, do while. Okay. Someone said it, sir, nested if. You can use nested if also. I missed it. Like if condition is there, in a condition where you have to put one if inside and another if, then you will use something called nested if. Nested if bole to one if loop inside and another if. If there is a condition, I will tell you. Like if we get it into that situation, I will explain it to you. Like while doing the task, we may come to it. Okay. Now, abhi tak nahi hai. It's not something new. This today's whatever the topics are there, these are exactly same in every programming languages. Only the difference is inside the JavaScript, you will have another two more variations in for. Okay, those things I will tell you. Now, loops are used to iterate a certain statements based on a condition. Condition. Based on a condition. Loops will stop, iterate only if condition is false. If condition is false, then only it will stop, else it will go on. Whenever the condition is true, it will iterate again and again and again and again until the condition is false. Now, 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 we can use while, do while, for. In this for, we have three variations, which is a standard or for in, or for of. For each is also there, which is for each. We already know that. In JavaScript, we have four variations of for: standard for, which is for in, for of, and for each. While and do while are exactly same. It's a pretty same. There isn't anything. While and do while we don't discuss only. I will just tell you the syntax one, because while and do while most of the times we don't use it on. We use it only for. Basically, while will be syntax. Syntax for a while. While will be like initialization. That means you will give some value. Imagine var a is equals to some 20. That is the initialization. And then you will start a while loop and you will give one condition. And you will give one condition. Then next, hello. You will give one condition. Then here you will write some statements, whatever the statements you like, sir. You will write some statements. At the end of the loop, you will do some kind of updation. This is very important. Without the updation proper, the loop will become infinite and it will run again and again and again. Your updation with such a way that it should stop the loop sometime. Updation always used to stop the loop and after certain point. Okay. Now proper updation not done, that will cost you some kind of server money. Okay. Now same thing. This is initialization, condition, and updation. But what is the problem with the while is, what if I gave it initialization in line number 100 and condition in line number 200 and updation in line number 300? which is 100% possible. But if that is the case, imagine every time I need to go to 100 line or 200 line and 300 line to check it, what is how it is updating. In normally, whatever you do at the time, you will give chota while loops only. But in reality, what if the while loop is something bigger? Then it will cost you so much time to go to from and move. That is why people use for loop. Why? Because in that initialization condition updation will be side by side in single line, which is very easy for people to find. Are you getting my point, ma? Now, initially it will take some value. Initially it will take some value and it will check the condition. If condition is true, it will go inside and it will update the value. If condition is false, it will go out. After the updation, again it will check condition true or false. Like that, it will go on. But what is the difference between this and the do while? The syntax of do while is pretty similar. The problem is do while will check it at the exit, also called exit control loop. Do while will check the condition at the exit. Do while will check the condition at the exit initialization and it will check do whatever the statements you want, it will do the statements, and then it will do updation and it will check the condition here. Now, what is the advantage in this? What is the advantage in this? The advantage is very easy. If you are checking it the while condition at the end, sir, even the condition is false, it will get it one free entry. Imagine the condition is a greater than 10. Imagine a value is 9, but still it will go inside one time and it will check everything. And after that, a value becomes 10, and then it will, automatically passes. Are you getting my point, sir? See this, where a equals to 9, and if I write it here, 2, here, if I do console.log a, okay. Now imagine I want to print all the people whose age is greater than 18 eligible to vote. Now if I write this, then here a plus plus, then here do while condition a greater than or equals to 18. Now if I do while loop, it will say wrong. If I use while loop, it will say obviously the 17 one will not print only. Initially only for false. But if I use this do while one, it will work. It will iterate again and again and again. Are you getting my point, ma? Are you getting my point? Main purpose of do while is this only. We are thinking it as disadvantage, but sometimes we needed one free entry. Sometimes we needed to we don't want to check the condition whether the condition is true or false. I want it to go inside and then onwards I want to check the condition. In this kind of things you will use this, which is do while. Are you getting my point, ma? Yeah. Next, the most important one, the most important one of all is for. For will have a syntax which is like, for I will give you practical example also, don't worry. Syntax for. Now you will have for. This is a standard for, ma. First one, standard for. Standard for. Standard for is like how the for loop will be in other programming languages. For, you will have some variable. You can declare outside or inside, your wish. Where a is equals to, usually people use I. I is equals to 0. I less than or equals to, arr dot length. I plus plus. Now console dot log I dot not arr of I dot name. If I use this syntax, someone said, sir, what is the advantage of do while over while? Swati, the advantage is it will get one free entry. That's basically the advantage and disadvantage both. That's a actual feature of do while. Now, ఇర్రెస్పెక్టివ్ గా కండిషన్ చెక్ చేయకుండా డైరెక్ట్ గా ఫ్రీ ఎంట్రీ ఇవ్వాలి. తర్వాత నుంచి కండిషన్ చెక్ చేయాలి. అలాంటి వాటిలో మనం డూ వైల్ వాడతాం. ఇస్ ఇట్ క్లియర్ మా? నౌ లెట్స్ గో హియర్. ఫర్ see, if I use the same condition for the earlier array, if you see I have this array earlier, the same array for this arr I am using this link. If I use this for the arr, then it will print all the names of people, and this is called standard for. A standard for will contain initialization, condition, and updation. A standard for will contain like this: initialization, condition, and updation in a single statement. Now, if I go here, I can see here, I can able to see here, pay line number 63. Where is this? Why 63? It's not printing. It's not running only 63. Why? Control X. Go here. Control V. Go here. Stop. Right click. Inspect. Console. Line number 26, one error came. Cannot read the properties of I. What? Cannot read the properties of name. If it is not taking dot signature, I will just take it the signature of. So it's not problem with the name. ARR it's not able to find. Why it is saying it ARR is undefined? It's printing ARR correctly only in line number 26. 6 times it printed ARR. Now if I say ARR of I, then it printed correctly only. See? Name. Oh, it is going the next time also. ARR dot length equals to karigame. Equals to it will not go, na? 0 to total 5 elements are there. So 5 is the length. So 0 index, first index, second index, third index, fourth is the highest one. Fifth index, it's not there. Fifth index, according to JavaScript, is undefined. I am asking undefined dot name. So that will print it like problem. That is why it's saying it like cannot read the name of undefined. But it will not give any exception errors. According to it, that value is undefined. Now see, now it's perfect. It's printing all the names. This is standard for. But sir, you can do it more easily using something called for off. Every time when you do eraser in any programming language, you will take zero, you will write dot length, you will write plus plus only. This is same for every programming language. So JavaScript people thought it like let's make it a shortcut, and that is for off for I of, you can say I or where I of ARR. Now console dot log I dot name. So it will only check it the I value. First time zero index, second time first index, second time third index. Every time it is taking it from zero to end. It will only take it. How many values are there and all it will print it. 100%. See line number 26 and line number 31, it is giving actually same result. Both are same basically. It's like the shortcut. That is called for off. For off is used to iterate the values of the array. Sir, for each also do the same thing, na? Yes. But inside the for each, you will do it in a callback. If you wanted to do without any callback, you wanted to do iterate into the array, you will use for off. Any doubts, ma? There is another alternative also, which is called for in. Initially, they introduced for in. Later, they changed it as for off. For in is similar. For in. All you will write it instead of off, you will write it in. In console.log I. Now I will print this. See this output and this output. Same thing I wrote na, except off I wrote in. See this output 31 and 36 and tell me what is in will do. In will print the indexes. Either in for off I is a element. In for off I is a, but in I is an index. What if I wanted the element, sir? Then you need to do same output. If you want it, you need to print like this. Then it will print same output. Are you getting my point, ma? If you want to do some work into the array based on indexes, go with something called for in. Okay, usually for arrays, people uses for off only. For objects, we will go like objects inside objects are there. At that time, we will go with something called for in. In future, we will see that. But abhi tak, these three values will print same thing. If you write these three things, if they print same thing, then you will understand basically the difference between for off, for in, for standard for. We already know for each. Any questions, sir? Any questions, man? Monday will start something called ES6, which is very important. Arrow functions, let var const. Okay. Most important rest and spread parameters. Those things, most important things of interview questions will start. Later we will do DOM manipulation. That is also most important. Then we will do APIs, async await. Okay. With that, at least till async await, if you complete it, you can directly go to React and start learning, which will make your journey something good. Okay. Till now, any doubts, ma? No. Till now, we are in just basics. Actually, next week is most important one. Yeah. When will we do static web project? We already did HTML, CSS web project, na? I think we did one website with just HTML and CSS, right? When HTML, CSS completed, I just did one website which is just HTML and CSS one. That is a static web. And we did one bootstrap site also. That is also static site only. When we complete the JavaScript at a certain point, then we will do dynamic sites also. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you all, sir.